be honest with you, a lot of the advice I come across on these apps it's absolutely trash. You're not going to one day just focus really hard and become king of the world. Look, on odds are, on average, you're probably average, and that's totally fine. I'm pretty average, dude. I have a cool situation that I built, but it's not like I have some insane, extraordinary talent. The key thing is you have to understand what your attributes are now. What of those attributes people desire in terms of, like, I don't know, maybe you're good at editing videos. Maybe you played college basketball or a sport, and that's a unique experience. Maybe you have some aspect about yourself that is unique to what you do compared to other people that do what you do. And you focus in on that uniqueness as an additive quality. It is what makes you stand out relative to your peers. Remember, the person who is trying to decide whether they want to work with you or someone else is going to decide whether it's you or not based on whether or not they think you are better than someone else. And so presenting yourself in a form or fashion that allows them to understand why what you provide is useful is really important. Secondly, you actually have to provide something useful. Whether you are a trainer, your training has to be good. Whether you are designing something, your ability to design something has to actually be good. So mastering your craft and what you do is wildly important. It's not about I'm going to focus really hard and think about making money or think about manifesting productivity. It's like being really honest with yourself and looking at what you do and saying, oh, I do this aspect maybe of training. I'm really good at training basketball players. Maybe I'm really good at designing, I don't know, houses, or I'm designing interior design or designing bridges. I don't know where the heck you design. I'm not a designer. But there might be a small specific area that you focus on that you're really good at. And what you do is you harness that area to get yourself into positions to grow further. Because maybe you don't just want to do that in isolation. You might want to do other things beyond that. But you can't do other things because you're not good at those other things. You're not going to have exposure to those things. So once you focus on what you can be really good at, you can expose yourself to other areas within that realm. I was pretty good at sports science. I like sports science. I understand human physiology and neurophysiology really well. I understand data and analytics, but I wanted to get into skills training. I really like skills training. I'm a former basketball player, but someone isn't going to just randomly take on me as their coach unless I give them a reason to. And so I was good at sports science. I focused really hard on it, read about it, learned about it, did a lot of stuff in it, that talks about it, all the cool things, right? Focus on my area of expertise. And then from there, I use that area of expertise to then get in front of or work with athletes and slowly migrate my way into skills training to have this all-encompassing approach to what I do currently now, which is like a performance specialist, which, adds all those things in. You could take the same exact route as a trainer, a skills trainer, and you don't have any sports science background, but you understand skills training really well. You do really well at helping people shoot a basketball, and then you use, hey, what's the science behind shooting a basketball? And you slowly integrate one field into another. So that is called a force multiplier. Or I like to think about building branches on a tree instead of trying to build an entirely new tree. And more times than not, when you work in any field, there are some low-hanging fruits that you can do to help improve your skills. Learning how to edit a video. Anyone can do this that has a phone and can download an app like CapCut. You can learn how to edit videos. You can take what you currently do and you versus yourself, but the person who is versing yourself, well, I guess person UA versus UB, and UA can edit a video really well. And you're like, well, I'm a skills trainer. Oh, I can also edit a video really well, so I can make my own marketing. You think of these certain qualities that don't require any special skills to learn, that are very easy to acquire, that help enhance your current existence, to help put you in a position to have more utility. That's the best advice. And you keep doing that over and over again. And you will fail certain times, but when you fail, you at least learn certain skills along that way. And you keep combining these skills and putting yourself in a position to just have a higher probability that an opportunity that might uniquely come up that will give you a position that you so dearly want in life. It's not necessarily about money. It's not necessarily about success, but it's about following a passion that can sustain you throughout your life so you feel like you're doing something meaningful. And that, my friends, is extremely, extremely beneficial for you and your own wellness, as opposed to just the endless pursuit of something like, I don't know, money, but in sacrifice of what you actually so desire, because one day we don't get to be on this planet anymore and you can't take it with you. So for me, it's about, what do I like? What do I enjoy? What can I be good at? If I'm passionate about something, great, I know I can learn a lot about it. And then if I want to get myself into positions to monetize that passion or to express that passion in a way that my current field doesn't allow me to, I'm a sports scientist and I want to be a skills trainer. How can I put myself in positions to leverage my knowledge of sports science to get myself in front of skills trainers so I can acquire skill training knowledge and then train people? Because I have the apprenticeship of a skills trainer, but the knowledge of a sports scientist. And now I have validated myself as a skills trainer, and I now can take that to the next position. So maybe I want to be a coach. Well, I can use that and leverage it, so on and so forth. So there's all these connected isms that exist that all you got to do is really focus on the fact that you're not going to go from average to the world's best head coach, but you might go from average to having a unique skill within that average field to leveraging that unique skill to a parallel field or a slightly adjacent field that you now begin to combine skills and acquire an ability to become something that you so want to be. So that's some real helpful advice for people out there. Not any of this BS, get rich really fast type things or blah, 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 blah stuff. Some real life advice that I think is applicable, helpful, and useful for people like myself who just want to enjoy what they do, but maybe make a little bit of bread off of it too.